This summer, the shadows are deadly. The incidents in the scribarium are increasing, yet nothing is done. The scribes are our future. Or do we all intend to live forever? Hey guys, name is Fen, playing some Thief 3. I am in the non-forbidden part of the library. Let's kick off this video with the most exciting thing possible to do with the engine, reading! And, not engine, series. Talia, I want to run this by you before I bring it to an elder. You know how we search for the Compendium of Reproach in our efforts regarding the Dark Age? Well, I recently scribed a passage in which the Compendium was mentioned. Oh, it's this guy. It said it will be borne by a terrible storm. Then later we heard that report about the ghost ship and all those undead. Completely unrelated to our work, right? Or is it? Because the name of that ship is the Abysmal Gale. Do you see? Abysmal Gale. Terrible storm. They mean the same. Imagine if it were my own efforts that led to the recovery of the Compendium. Tell me if you think I've got something here. Your friend, Scribe Ellison. I guess this is here in case you miss the conversation, like in case it starts then you wander off. You can read this to get the same information. That's pretty good design. Keeper Council Report. Keeper Rafe will be allowed to return to the sunken citadel in an effort to retrieve what he believes to be the lost glyph key that opens the Compendium of Reproach. If his theory proves correct, then his success will bring us that much closer to a solution for the Dark Age. However, his request for a team has been denied, as more than one life was lost on the last expedition, and we cannot risk another such contingency. Okay. Furthermore, without proof that the glyph key is located in the sunken citadel, it would be unwise for us to overextend our resources in what could be unfruitful, despite the plenitude of valuables reported by Rafe. Lastly, the council has deemed the citadel unsafe and forbids any keeper to approach the sealed entryway in the dock sewers without prior approval. Well, yeah, well, it's like they've got a place where it's likely to be and they don't go there, but they go to all these places not likely to be. I get it, though. The keepers, in this game, the keepers are meant to have, like, lost their balance, I guess, kind of. It's not really much of a spoiler, is it? I don't know. But, yeah, because, so, you know, they are meant to be portrayed as sort of having lost their way, and so that's why they're made out to be a little dismissive of obvious things sometimes. But I think it may have been laid on a bit much here, but oh well. Artemis, the passage I scribed below is all I could find on the subject you requested. Keeper Belios said there were other books, but we could not find them. Perhaps someone else is making similar inquiries. Balance, Keeper Osteria. Sentience, also known as artifacts, soul stones, or relics. A grouping of 5 objects possessing special powers and what is thought to be a consciousness normally only associated with living entities. Presumably created as part of an ancient safeguard against the forces of evil. Examples include the Heart and the Chalice, also called the Builder's Cup by the Hammerites. It's called the Builder's Chalice, not Cup, fool! Efforts to confine all the sentients to one place for study have failed. How and when they came into existence is not known. Recommend further study. Fine. Well then... Exactly, they don't believe scribes. Why do they even manufacture them?
Hello, Garrett. Orland informs me that you are to receive the Keeper Door glyph. You must perform the scribe ritual to do so. Place your hands into the indentations on the plaque behind me. That is all. Not a very fanciful ritual you got there, just saying. Rituals should be more ritualistic, such as slicing the ham out of a pig and stuffing it up your nose while dancing around in a circle, chanting incoherently, and then drinking some flavored juice-colored water.
Greetings, Elder.
Yes, so, glyphs on the wall can open keeper doors now.
Very well, Garrett. You now have all the powers of an Acolyte. You are able to see and open keeper doors. Look for the glyph.
That's one power.
Keeper Artemis also wishes to see you, I believe. Farewell.
Yes, okay, seeing an opening, I guess that's 2 powers. Pfft. Anyway, now I'm an Acolyte, yes. To all Acolytes and Scribes, it has come to my attention that some of you have not yet undergone the Acolyte ritual, and that there have been unsubstantiated rumors about the safety of such practices. The Acolyte ritual is a simple keeper indoctrination Semper Fi, is completely safe and is mandatory for all scribes. After the ritual, you will be able to see and use the Keeper Door glyph. The importance of acquiring this glyph cannot be stressed enough. Without it, a Keeper would be unable to see or open the myriad secret glyph doors that have been placed throughout the city to mask our presence, bypass city gates, store supplies, and aid our maneuverability. The current citywide quarantine is a perfect example of the importance of the Keeper Door glyph, as with it, we can easily pass between South Quarter and docks using our secret door near the gate. If you have any questions, an elder can assist you. First Keeper Orland. Well, if I was an Acolyte, I would immediately get that glyph, because seriously, it's badass. You could sneak around and stuff, so I could go over here. And this is the exit, but there is a thing that I just definitely avoided. What the hell is this? To elders regarding Interpreter Kataka from F.K. Orland. Many have expressed... I don't know, it kind of looks like... Yeah. Many have expressed frustration that the process of interpreting the glyphs regarding the Dark Age and the Brethren and Betrayer is taking too long. But be assured, Interpreter Kataka is consulting the books as much as her health allows. It should be said that the constant exposure to the books and the physical act of reading the glyphs has been a terrible strain on her. Maybe you don't want to smear it with radium then. You will recall that Kataka is one of the younger interpreters we have had, but already she has spoken of a successor due to the marked aging effect of the readings. For now, Kataka continues to have readings every day and believes she is close to important truths. For further concerns, please see me. Yes, so this is the exit, but I have avoided and evaded a... I just love that. Typical avoid and evade. Oh, some over here. Man, this is the Keeper library, so of course there's going to be excessive amounts of writing. Yeah, okay, this is just another one of those notes. Alright.
Garrett, I have troubling news. The Hammerites and the Pagans have discovered it was you who stole their artifacts. Both factions are very angry. However, they are willing to overlook your recent crimes if you are willing to aid them by performing specific tasks. Until then, beware, for they will attack you on sight. A Hammerite named Inspector Drept wrote this missive for me to deliver to you. I contacted a pagan shaman named Diane, and she agreed to post a similar note for you on the outskirts of the pagan territory in the docks. I have done what I can to aid you. Farewell, and good luck. Did you need something, Garrett?
Great. The Hammers and Pagans are mad at me because of jobs I did for the Keepers.
Good evening.
I better find out what they want and then decide whether or not I want to bother trying to improve their opinion of me.
I will be doing so, because that's what I always do, and it's more fun that way, because you can go into areas and hang out. This game has got a high hang-outitude factor, and I like that. I guess they don't care about me stealing loot. Yeah, but this doesn't make sense. And it's only in a Let's Play that I really pay attention, because normally I'm just, like, absorbed in the game, but now I'm just like, dude, seriously, it's like... I've done something... I've stolen from the Hammers and the Pagans.
Did you need something,
and
Garrett?
They're saying, like, oh, but do some jobs for us that don't at all make up for stealing. Like, they don't even want their items back. They don't even say, oh, give us the items back and we'll pardon you, which would already be a stretch for them. But they're like, oh yeah, keep the items, but just, like, do some petty tasks for us, and then we'll forgive you. Why couldn't they just forgive me before I stole their crap? Ever? I don't know. Garrett, the prescribed penalty for your crimes against us is death. However, I hath convinced the Hammerite clergy to grant thee lenience, provided thou first perform enough of the following acts of atonement. First, the rust mites are large, gold-colored bugs that feed upon metal and undo our works. We hereby grant thee the builder's blessing to destroy them with your arrows. Secondly, thou canst smite the undead, for they are most abhorrent to us. For each of these tasks thou accomplish, your standing with the Hammer Order will increase a small amount, whereas stealing from us or attacking any Hammerite will assuredly decrease your standing. The choice is thine. At present, any Hammerite will attack thee on sight if they find you on city streets. If thou increase thy standing with us sufficiently, we will allow thee to pass unharmed. Do us many of these favors, and thou wilt be considered an ally and allowed into Fort Ironwood in Old Quarter. Lastly, 'tis my custom to ask everyone with whom I speak if they have seen a sort of hag, or heard rumors of an old grey lady near the scene of a gruesome crime. If so, 'twould be a great favor to me to tell me what you know. 'Tis my life's ambition to find the hag, but my misfortune to always be 10 steps behind her. Our workshop is located in Oldale, near the pub. Builder, save thee, Inspector dripped. Yes. Silly, 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 very gamey. And like I say, they're like, oh, I stole their most sacred relic, which is incredibly damn important to them, but instead I can shoot some bugs and be allowed into their fort. Whatever. Scribe, when you are completely done with your other tasks, go to the Forbidden Library and retrieve for me the map of the Keeper compound. I left it on the 2nd floor. Elder Draco. Oh. Yes, yes, yes. Objectives and changes and notes and all stupid stuff all happening. Okay. Go to the docks, Pagan Stronghold, and read the letter. Search the sewers to locate the glyph key. Enter the ship to find the compendium. Yeah. So, a lot of stuff. Don't really need to memorize most of it, because just don't. Oh, I see. This is this. So, there's a way into the Forbidden Library that way, but I think there might be a guy there. Can't really remember. But anyways, I normally like to go this way, because there happens to be some crazy nonsense going on in this room, including more text and some loot, the former of which is obviously more valuable. Who is this guy? The trouble started when I asked permission to leave the library in order to visit the compound and begin research for a new paper, a treatise on us, the Keepers, on our history and founding principles. To my knowledge, no such book has been written yet, and it seemed a worthy endeavor. Ho ho ho, no! My proposal was well thought out and included chapters on balance and the powers of glyphs. However, permission to visit the compound was not granted me. In fact, my request was met with surprise and outright suspicion. Surely my idea was a good one, and I would be thorough in my research and truthful in my conclusions. But saying so only seemed to trouble the elders further. Then today my duties were reduced. Could it be related to my request? And if so, why? I'm afraid to press these questions further. Besides, who would I ask? Well, Keepers like their secrecy, and also they like the status quo. Didn't I just highlight something there? Apparently not. What? Yeah, well, never mind. Yes, and also they're like weird guys and stuff. So there's something I can do here that I can't even remember what it is. Yes, there's a woo, woo, woo. Oh, I see. Yes, it's this. I love that. Is it just part of the mysteriousness of the game?
This way leads to the Forbidden Libraries. I could sneak my way in, but I can't let any Keepers catch me in there.
Oh, no, indeed.
What is your opinion?
About the libraries? I think Orland is right to restrict Garrett's movements. These books are far too valuable to risk. Besides, there's nothing here in the Forbidden Libraries that a thief would want, unless the thief were the brethren and betrayer our Kataka seeks.
Then you do not believe.
What, the prophecies? I believe. I just don't believe it's Garrett to which they refer. Perhaps Orland is the one. Or one of us, perhaps. It seems logical it would be an elder. We alone possess the knowledge and skill.
Indeed. So you think it is folly to accept Garrett in our midst? His aid with the coming Dark Age will prove ineffective?
Of course. What can he do that we, all of us, cannot do?
I wish I were as sure as you, Elder Callow.
Never mind the previous 2 games where I did 10,000 billion everything in the universes and you did literally nothing except knock on my door and say, Garrett, be reasonable. Anyway.
The Keepers are wasting their time writing about me. I'm a thief, and a good one. But I've got nothing to do with their prophecies.
Yeah, well, I fulfilled their prophecies all the time. Also neat that you can have a voice clip while the book is up. But anyways, The Matter of Garrett by Keeper Draco. Familiarizing yourself with Garrett's history and capabilities could prove essential should the time come when we no longer deem him necessary. Garrett studied with us until his early 20s, at which time he was offered the chance to proceed with the indoctrination ceremony and become a keeper. However, he lacked balance and instead expressed his intention to leave. The council voted we deal with him using the enforcers. Oh, that is a painful retcon. I'm sorry. Until Kataka informed us that Garrett was essential to overcoming difficult times ahead. Well, not really a retcon because I didn't say, but yeah. Whatever. And so our most promising Acolyte left us. Garrett pursued the life of a criminal, and with the Keeper training we had given him, he quickly became a master thief. His abilities did not escape attention of certain individuals, and he was lured into a pagan plot that threatened the safety of the city. During that time, Garrett's eye was removed and used to power the Eye, one of the artifacts we are studying. See Ogilvy's treatise on sentience for more regarding the artifacts. After the threat was neutralized, Garrett obtained a mechanical eye from the Hammerites. Later, his thieving abilities revealed an excessive imbalance within the Hammerite Order. See the Mechanist Metal Age for more on this topic. Yes, okay. True to Kataka's predictions, Garrett had the abilities necessary to remove the threat and overcome our second trial. Now Kataka has predicted a third Dark Age, and she believes Garrett will play a critical role, though the glyphs have yet to reveal if he will influence the outcome positively or negatively. Well, last 2 times were positive, probably. Anyways, I guess that's just like a, hey, here's a summary of the story of the first 2 games if you haven't played them, and like, go play them if... It's like, go play them if you haven't, they're pretty darn good, y'all. Oh, boy. Oh! Wrong door. Where am I going to? I must have come in through here. No, I'm going through here. I guess this...
There is nothing then.
Thing must have... Oh, I see. And of course, the collecting items and missions is sort of broken due to the fact that you can just keep whatever items you had before. I don't know. 'Tis a trade-off, and one which definitely comes into existence. Yeah, so I can't get caught here. I'm not sure if I can blackjack, but I won't, because honestly, these games have started to become a little easier to me-ish, so I kind of want to make them hard, I guess, because... hard is entertaining. Am I right? And by entertaining, I mean... Keeper Dover, journal entry number 2136. I should have known better than to bring it up in front of the entire council. Still, my words had some effect. At least now there is the resolution forbidding it. I believe that will cause many to think twice should the temptation arise. Meanwhile, we should all be on the watch for the telltale signs. The dead animals, their life force is drained. It is not a love of creatures that compels me to speak out. No, they are pitiable but inconsequential. I can only speculate on how long a keeper could extend a normal lifespan in this way. 100? 200 years? Maybe longer. But it would take more than vermin to accomplish that. And now that I possess the knowledge, can I truly say that I too am not tempted? This is why I cannot remain silent. That and the glyph that Elder Beryl speculates must exist, though we have yet to find one that enables shapeshifting. What a potent elixir of glyph magics that would be. Yes, somebody wants to be a Mary Sue, and that's terrible! Don't let anybody be what they... Yeah. Because even in fiction, where they can be, without really hurting anybody, unless you force yourself to read it. What am I even saying? Oh, so there's this, and then there's this. I guess this is just kind of like a dual thing. Oh yeah, I don't have a map because I'm going to get the map for some reason. It's weird. I wonder if this place is actually optional. You know, maybe it is, come to think of it. But I've always gone up here because, seriously, I mean, why wouldn't you want to go everywhere? I don't know.
What was that?
Yeah, I mean, seriously. In a Thief game, I enjoy going places. Sun. Oh, there's a map. Okay. But I still don't... Oh, no, that is the compound map. This is the library, not the compound. It sounds almost the same because they both have Keeper in the title, but, you know... Oh, well to that nonsense. I think there might be more stuff that I'm possibly missing here, but oh well. The Pagan Situation by Keeper Tallow. The Pagans have begun to infiltrate into more areas using decaying infrastructure to mask their presence. They now have sanctuaries in almost every district. Diane, their high priestess, was the successor to the pagan leadership after the wood nymph Victoria was desiccated. Diane's is often seen with a staff, although it has not been available for study. Her commander, Larkspur, is an aggressive and dangerous guy. The two control a large number of shamans who invoke the powers of plants both to hurt and to heal. I believe the pagans are able to accelerate plant growth such that it could rapidly culminate in a great imbalance. Recommend further observation. They always recommend further observation. It's freaking ridiculous. They never recommend anything else. There was some post on the forum, and unfortunately I don't know where it is, but some guy was like, man, the keepers are a bunch of passive-aggressive dinks who wouldn't get involved if their friend's house was burning down, or something very similar. It was quite an amusing statement. I thought there was another book here. Well, a valuable one, perhaps. Alright. I might be close to the tip-topmost part of the library now. Guiding Acolytes to their destiny. Part 7 Enforcers, the Will of the Keepers. The call of the Enforcer is a strong one. Those who wish to augment their strength and swiftness and those who wish to protect the balance at all costs are drawn to this dominion. Acolytes should note that once indoctrinated, an Enforcer can only communicate telepathically. The Enforcer's education consists of all manner of stealth training, and specialized weaponry must be mastered. After taking the vow, the glyphs are applied and the transformation takes place immediately. Once converted by the glyphs, there is no known way of countering the changes. Elders who are guiding acolytes along this path should take care in revealing the most sensitive aspects of the sacrifices involved. Now, the Enforcers, I mean, a lot of people hate them because, yes, they're completely going against what the Keepers are, and they wouldn't write this stuff. Now, I can sort of, I mean, I don't know, like, as creatures, and I'll talk about this later because, yeah, spoiler, you see them later, I shouldn't say that, but yeah, as creatures, they're really cool AIs, just in a vacuum, they're really cool. I get how they're kind of stupid within this context. Now, I can maybe see that Keepers would have had Enforcers of recently because they've lost their balance, but here that, well, no, in that other book down there, they imply that they've always had them because when Garrett first went to leave them, Kataka was like, oh, don't use the Enforcers, so that's why I say it's kind of a retcon, like, not technically, because they said nothing about it before,
knew
but...
it. There you are. Give up, quietly.
What? I can't see anything on account of me needing some more blinds. I should just get some more blinds, or better blinds. Who the Christ? Oh! Yeah, see, I can't even see that guy. He's just dark on dark, although you guys might be able to see him, but... Yeah. Enforcers, yeah, okay, they exist. Fine, got it, good.
A sound?
Excellent. Now... Oh, right, yeah, okay, here we go. Now that may or may not be... Kataka? Oh, that is Kataka. Yeah, she's walking around and going... Hey, I'm Granny Kataka Smith. Oh, I am green with the sickness. Okay.
All seems well.
So, now, I'm up here for some reason, and I'm looking for something for another reason. It should be very, very obvious, but for some reason I'm not finding it to be so. Come on. Must be because I can't see. Jesus. Ah! Maybe it's different on Expert. It was always pretty out there. Oh, here it is.
A secret room, eh? Always my favorite room in a house.
I think this line may have been placed inappropriately. This is not at all a house. Anyway. Loot and more text. Thorensen, an acolyte scribed this passage yesterday. Sound familiar? Meet me, Isolde. The safeguard against the evil ones will be found, the last of all glyphs that all can view but none can see. The eye will be borne by the one who will not yet bear the mark. Between the two none shall come until the unwritten times are upon us. That sounds like a good ending, so see you guys later. Bye for now. Ooh.